If you found this video today, it's not a coincidence. Something in your energy is ready to shift, and by the end of this journey, you will understand exactly how to raise your vibration, unlock your inner frequency, and align with a reality that matches your highest potential. And here's the promise. If you stay with me until the final minutes, you will receive a guided vibrational activation powerful enough to elevate your frequency today. Not tomorrow, today. This video is a deep, transformative exploration of the law of vibration, the principle behind every manifestation, every emotion, every timeline you experience. You will learn why your vibration drops, why certain patterns keep repeating, and how to consciously shift into a higher energetic state that naturally attracts better opportunities, better relationships, and better outcomes. You will understand the hidden mechanics behind your energy field and how to use it intentionally, instead of being controlled by your fears, your doubts, or your past. But before we go deeper, let me ask you something. Do you feel like your energy has been heavy, stuck, or lower than usual? Have you felt blocked, as if something invisible keeps holding you back from the life you want? Do you notice yourself repeating the same emotional cycles, even when you're trying to stay positive, spiritual, or aligned? If you answered yes to any of these, then this video was made specifically for you. Throughout the next 40 minutes, we will break down the emotional, mental, and spiritual patterns that affect your vibration, and more importantly, how to shift them. You will learn the vibrational codes that Bob Proctor, Neville Goddard, Jung, and other spiritual teachers hinted at, but rarely explained in depth. You will understand how frequency works, how your energy communicates with the universe, and how to choose the vibration that aligns with your highest timeline. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and allow your energy to open. You didn't click on this video by accident. You were guided. And by the time you reach the end, you will feel clearer, lighter, more connected, and more aligned than you have in a long time. Your vibration is about to shift. Let's begin. Why your vibration shapes your entire reality, the hidden architecture of your energy field. Before we go deeper into the mechanics of elevating your frequency, it's essential to understand the true nature of vibration, not as a mystical concept, but as the invisible architecture that shapes everything you experience in your external world. Your vibration is the electromagnetic signature you send out into the universe. It is the language of your soul, the silent message your energy communicates before you speak a word. And whether you realize it or not, this frequency determines your opportunities, your relationships, your finances, your emotional states, and even the timelines you align yourself with. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold, and every memory stored in your subconscious contributes to your vibrational state. This means your vibration is not random. It is constructed. It is shaped by your past, influenced by your present, and projected into your future. The world doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you energetically are. This is why some people experience repeating cycles, patterns, or obstacles. Their mind consciously desires change, but their vibration is anchored to a version of themselves they have not yet released. When your vibration is low, weighed down by fear, stress, shame, scarcity, doubt, or emotional heaviness, life feels slow, closed, resistant. You attract situations that mirror those same emotions. You feel disconnected from your intuition. Manifestation becomes inconsistent. Synchronicities become rare. Your path feels blocked. But when your vibration rises into frequencies like clarity, appreciation, self-worth, peace, trust, and expansion, your external reality responds immediately. Opportunities open. Answers appear. People shift around you. Signs become constant. Reality begins rearranging itself in your favor because the universe always matches coherence. Your vibration is powerful because it communicates your truth more honestly than your words ever could. You can say you want abundance, but if your vibration is anchored in scarcity, you will attract scarcity. You can visualize love, but if your vibration carries wounds of abandonment or distrust, you will attract partners who reflect those wounds. You can ask for growth, but if your energy is anchored in fear of the unknown, you will manifest stagnation. This is the hidden mechanism behind manifestation that so few people understand. Your vibration is your destiny until you learn to change it. But here is where the transformation begins. Your vibration is not fixed. It is not permanent. It is not a prison. It is a frequency, and frequencies can be shifted. You can upgrade your emotional patterns. You can rewire your subconscious. You can elevate your energetic field. And when you do, your external world is obligated to change accordingly. That is not philosophy, it is physics. When your internal frequency shifts, you no longer attract from your wounds, your limitations, or your fears. You begin attracting from your expansion, your alignment, your power, and your truth. This video will teach you how to do exactly that. You will learn how to decode your energetic blocks, break the vibrational cycles that keep repeating, and raise your frequency to a level where alignment becomes effortless. And once you understand how your vibration truly works, you unlock the ability to consciously design your reality instead of being unconsciously controlled by your past. At the end of this journey, you will not only understand vibration, you will embody a new one. Once you truly understand that your vibration is the foundation of everything you experience, your entire perception of life changes. You stop seeing obstacles as random, challenges as punishments, or delays as failures. Instead, you start recognizing these moments as reflections of your internal frequency. Every disappointment, every stagnant phase, every repetitive cycle becomes a mirror pointing back to the emotional resonance you've been unconsciously emitting. This awareness alone is life-changing, because the moment you see your vibration clearly, you also see your power clearly. You realize that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the architect of them. And this is why the promise of this video is so powerful. By the end of this journey, you won't just conceptually understand vibration, you will feel it shifting inside your body. Your nervous system will begin recalibrating. Your emotional field will start opening. Your energy will expand. You will notice subtle internal signals that something new is waking up. This video doesn't offer superficial motivation. It offers vibrational transformation. If you stay with me until the final ritual, you will experience a frequency upgrade that most people spend years searching for. And here's the part that will keep pulling you forward. Once you understand how vibration shapes reality, you naturally start asking, then what patterns are keeping my vibration low? This curiosity is the doorway to liberation. In the next topic, we will uncover the 5 vibrational patterns that silently sabotage your energy, block your manifestations, and keep you stuck in repetitive emotional timelines. These patterns run deep, but once you see them, you can break them. And when you break them, your entire life begins to shift in ways you can feel immediately. The 5 vibrational patterns that keep you stuck, and how to break them. Now that you understand the power of vibration, it's time to uncover the 5 vibrational patterns that silently keep you stuck in the same loops, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, and mentally. These patterns operate like hidden frequencies in your energy field. You don't always notice them directly, but you feel their effects every single day. The emotional heaviness, the lack of clarity, the self-sabotage, the repeating cycles, the manifestation delays, the disconnection from your intuition. These vibrational patterns are not your fault. They were formed by your past experiences, your beliefs, your emotional wounds, and the environment you grew up in. But once you become aware of them, they lose their power. Awareness doesn't just illuminate the shadow, it dissolves it. Let's uncover the 5 patterns one by one. White medium star pattern 1. The frequency of fear, the vibration that blocks flow. Fear is one of the lowest vibrational states. It closes your energy, restricts your intuition, and sends out a frequency of contraction. When you live in fear, fear of failing, fear of disappointing others, fear of wanting too much, fear of losing, fear of being seen, your vibration collapses into survival mode. And survival mode cannot attract abundance. It cannot attract love. It cannot attract expansion. Fear sends a very clear message to the universe. I do not feel safe receiving more. Breaking this pattern requires learning how to feel fear without letting fear define you. White medium star pattern 2. The frequency of scarcity, the vibration of not enough. Scarcity is not just about money, it's an emotional state of insufficiency. Not enough time, not enough clarity, not enough support, not enough energy, not enough confidence. This frequency creates a vibrational shield that blocks manifestations, because the universe cannot give more to someone whose energy is anchored in lack. Scarcity becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. To break this pattern, you must shift into the vibration of sufficiency, the feeling that you have enough now to move forward, expand, and receive. White medium star pattern 3. The frequency of self-sabotage, the vibration of internal conflict. Self-sabotage is a vibrational misalignment between what you want and what you feel you deserve. It often shows up as procrastination, emotional shutdown, overthinking, inconsistency, or attracting situations that confirm your old identity. This happens because your vibration is still anchored in past wounds. Wounds that whisper, "You're not ready. You're not capable. You're not worthy." To break the pattern, you must elevate your emotional identity, not just your intentions. White medium star pattern 4. The frequency of resistance, the vibration against your own expansion. Resistance is subtle. It feels like heaviness, avoidance, discomfort, or emotional tension when you move toward your desires. It often shows up right before your breakthrough, because your vibration is trying to return to what is familiar. Resistance is the subconscious saying, "Let's stay where it's emotionally safer." But your next reality requires a different frequency than your current one. Breaking resistance requires emotional regulation, breath work, grounding, and learning to hold discomfort without collapsing. White medium star pattern 5. The frequency of emotional chaos, the unstable vibration that confuses the universe. When your emotional state fluctuates constantly, up today, down tomorrow, your vibration becomes unstable. The universe reads this as mixed signals. One day you vibrate in clarity, the next in doubt. One day in trust, the next in fear. Manifestation flows when your vibration is consistent, not perfect. Emotional chaos weakens your magnetism, disconnects you from your intuition, and drains your energy field. To break this pattern, you must cultivate emotional coherence, the ability to return to your center quickly. Once you recognize these 5 vibrational patterns, everything begins to make sense. Your delays make sense. Your cycles make sense. Your struggles make sense. Because now you see the invisible forces shaping your vibration. And the moment you see them, you can finally break them. In the next topic, you will discover exactly how to break each pattern using the vibrational reprogramming method. A system designed to elevate your frequency, stabilize your emotional field, and activate the energy that attracts your highest reality. When you begin to recognize these 5 patterns inside yourself, your entire inner world starts to shift. What once felt like personal failure begins to reveal itself as emotional conditioning. What once felt like bad luck begins to look like vibrational misalignment. What once felt like destiny begins to feel optional. This is the power of awareness. It breaks the illusion that you are powerless. It shows you that your energy has been speaking louder than your actions, louder than your intentions, louder even than your prayers, and that the moment you shift your vibration, your entire reality must follow. And here's why this video is so important. Because once you understand these patterns, the next step is learning how to overwrite them, dissolve them, and replace them with a higher emotional frequency. That is exactly what the next parts of this video will guide you through. If you stay until the end, you will not only know what is blocking your energy, but you will learn how to break the patterns permanently, how to stabilize a higher vibration, and how to anchor it into your subconscious so deeply that your external world has no choice but to transform. This isn't surface-level spirituality. This is vibrational reprogramming. And the most powerful part is this. Once you see these vibrational patterns clearly, your mind will not be able to unsee them. You will begin to notice them in your thoughts, in your emotional triggers, in your daily reactions, in the people you attract, in the opportunities you either allow or push away. This awareness will follow you into the next topic, where we will dive into the 7-step vibrational reprogramming method, the exact process to break these patterns and raise your frequency in a way that is stable, sustainable, and energetically coherent. Stay with me. This is where the transformation accelerates. The 7-step vibrational reprogramming method. Now that you understand the vibrational patterns that keep you stuck, it's time to break them. This is where the real transformation begins. Not with inspiration, but with rewiring. Not with motivation, but with recalibration. Not with understanding, but with embodiment. The 7-step vibrational reprogramming method is designed to help you shift your emotional identity, regulate your energetic field, and elevate your frequency into alignment with your highest reality. Each step works like a vibrational code that rewires your subconscious and reshapes the way your energy interacts with the universe. These are not theoretical steps, they are experiential. They activate your energy, restructure your emotional state, and reset the vibration that determines your destiny. Let's walk through them one by one. White medium star step 1. Awareness. Identify the frequency running your life. Every shift begins with awareness. You cannot change a vibration you cannot see. Awareness is the flashlight that reveals the emotional frequency currently shaping your decisions, your reactions, your relationships, and your outcomes. When you identify fear, scarcity, doubt, resistance, or emotional chaos, you break the spell of unconscious vibration. Awareness is a vibrational interruption. It stops the automatic loop. White medium star step 2. Emotional decoding. Understand what the emotion is trying to protect. Every low-frequency emotion has a purpose. Fear tries to protect you from danger. Scarcity tries to protect you from loss. Self-sabotage tries to protect you from disappointment. Resistance tries to protect you from the unknown. Emotional chaos tries to protect you from vulnerability. When you understand what your emotion is trying to do for you, you stop fighting it and start transforming it. White medium star step 3. Energetic grounding. Stabilize the nervous system. A chaotic nervous system creates a chaotic vibration. Grounding brings the body back into safety, and safety elevates the vibration instantly. Slow breathing. Deep exhale. Shoulders relaxed. Feet grounded. This step resets your emotional field and prepares your mind to receive a new frequency. White medium star step 4. Identity shift. Become the version of yourself who vibrates higher. Your vibration is tied to your identity, who you believe you are. If you want a higher vibration, you must step into a higher identity. This doesn't mean pretending. It means activating the version of you who trusts, who receives, who stands tall, who knows their value, who aligns with abundance. You shift your energy by shifting who you embody. White medium star step 5. Emotional alchemy. Transform low vibration into high vibration. This is the heart of reprogramming. You take fear and turn it into clarity, scarcity into sufficiency, self-doubt into self-trust, resistance into surrender, emotional chaos into emotional coherence. Alchemy is the ability to redirect emotional energy into a higher frequency. White medium star step 6. Frequency repetition. Train your body to hold the new vibration. Your subconscious learns through repetition. Each time you repeat your new emotional frequency, you deepen the neural and energetic pathways of your new identity. Consistency, intensity. Small moments of alignment, repeated often, create permanent vibrational change. Repetition becomes the anchor of your new reality. White medium star step 7. Embodiment. Live is the match to your highest reality. You complete the reprogramming when your actions, emotions, thoughts, expectations, and decisions all match your new frequency. You stop collapsing back into old timelines. You stop negotiating with your fears. You stop resisting your expansion. You begin walking as your future self. Now, this is embodiment. This is alignment. This is coherence. When these 7 steps are practiced together, your vibration recalibrates. Your emotional field stabilizes. Your subconscious identity evolves. And your external world begins to shift with precision and speed. This is vibrational transformation at its deepest level. And once you begin, everything starts changing. When you begin to apply this 7-step method consistently, something extraordinary starts happening inside you. Your old emotional responses no longer feel normal. The patterns that once controlled your life begin to feel distant, foreign, almost incompatible with who you are becoming. This is because you're not just shifting habits, you are rewiring your emotional identity and teaching your nervous system a new baseline of safety, stability, and expansion. Once your body learns this new frequency, it becomes increasingly difficult to fall back into the old one. The transformation becomes not just mental, but physiological, vibrational, and cellular. And here's why this method is so powerful. Most people try to raise their vibration through inspiration or temporary motivation, but without rewiring the subconscious, nothing truly changes. This method works because it integrates every layer of your being. The mind, the body, the emotions, the energy, and the identity. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you will not only understand how this method works, you will feel it activating inside you. You will feel a shift, subtle at first, then unmistakable, as your energy recalibrates to a higher frequency. That is the promise of this journey. Not information, but transformation. And the more you understand this method, the more you'll begin to wonder, how do I apply these steps in real situations? What do I do when fear rises? When resistance hits? When my energy collapses? These questions are powerful because they open your mind and heart to the next phase of your awakening. In the next topic, you will learn exactly how to apply the 7-step method in real life, especially when it feels hardest, during emotional triggers, stressful moments, and periods of self-doubt. This is where the method becomes embodied. This is where your new vibration becomes unstoppable. How to apply the 7 steps in real life, even when it's hard. Understanding the 7-step vibrational method is one thing. Living it is another. Real transformation happens not in peaceful moments, but in the messy ones. When emotions rise, when fear whispers, when doubt returns, when old habits try to pull you back into familiar pain. This is where most people give up. Not because they are weak, but because no one ever taught them how to apply vibrational alignment during emotional turbulence. In this topic, you will learn exactly how to bring these 7 steps into your daily reality, especially when it feels most difficult. The first principle is presence over perfection. Most spiritual seekers collapse the moment they feel fear, discomfort, or resistance. They assume something is wrong. But emotional turbulence is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of rewiring. When you pause, breathe, and remain conscious in the middle of your emotional storm, you break years of unconscious programming. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Even one conscious breath can interrupt a lifetime of sabotage patterns. The second key is the 3-second emotional pause. When you feel triggered, anxious, rejected, overwhelmed, or stuck, your old vibration tries to take control instantly. But between feeling and reacting, there is a small window, a sacred moment, where you have the power to choose differently. In those 3 seconds, breathe deeply. Place a hand on your chest. Anchor into your new identity. These 3 seconds are the most powerful spiritual technique you'll ever learn, because they prevent your past self from hijacking your future. Next is the anchor affirmation. This is not a cheesy sentence. It is an energetic command. When fear rises, repeat, "I choose my new frequency." When scarcity shows up, "I am safe to expand." When self-sabotage activates, "I stay loyal to my future self." These affirmations redirect your vibration immediately. They signal to your subconscious that the old emotional identity is no longer in charge. Another essential tool is micro-action during emotional collapse. One of the biggest myths in spirituality is that you need to feel good before acting. The truth is the opposite. Action creates emotion. When you take just one aligned action, reply to one message, clean one corner of your space, take a shower, breathe consciously, drink water with intention, you shift your vibration upward. Micro-actions are vibrational lifelines. They prevent collapse and keep you in alignment long enough for your energy to stabilize. Then comes somatic grounding. When your body is overwhelmed, your mind becomes unstable. When your mind is unstable, your vibration collapses. Grounding techniques, slow breathing, placing your feet firmly on the floor, touching your heart, lengthening your exhale, tell your nervous system that you are safe. Safety is the foundation of any high vibration. Without grounding, the energy cannot rise. Finally, vibrational application requires identity loyalty. Your old identity will try to pull you back, not because it hates you, but because it feels familiar. But every time you choose your future identity in the face of discomfort, you strengthen it. You grow it. You feed it. And eventually, your new identity becomes more familiar than your old one. This is how alignment becomes your default state. This is how manifestation becomes easy, natural, and predictable. When you master applying these steps in real moments, not just in theory, everything in your life begins to shift. Your reactions shift. Your vibration stabilizes. Your confidence expands. And your reality responds with opportunities, synchronicities, clarity, and momentum. In the next topic, we will take an even deeper step into emotional mastery. How to dissolve emotional triggers and rewrite the wounds that keep your vibration low. The more you apply these steps during uncomfortable moments, the more your subconscious learns that your new identity is not a temporary state, it's your true home. And this is where the shift becomes irreversible. What once triggered you begins to lose its power. What once created chaos begins to dissolve. What once pulled you into old emotional patterns starts to feel incompatible with who you are becoming. Every time you choose presence over reaction, grounding over panic, microaction over collapse, you build a level of inner strength that people around you can feel. Your vibration starts to speak louder than your circumstances. And that's when the universe listens. And this is exactly why the promise of this video is so transformative. Once you learn to apply vibrational reprogramming in the hard moments, you unlock a level of manifestation power that most people never reach. Anyone can be aligned on a good day, but real mastery happens when you stay aligned on the hard days. When you stabilize your vibration even during emotional storms, you create a frequency so coherent, so stable, so powerful that your desires begin gravitating toward you. This is where manifestation becomes faster, clearer, and almost effortless, because your energy no longer collapses under pressure. And here's what becomes truly fascinating. Once you learn to navigate your emotional storms with this method, you begin to notice patterns in your triggers. Patterns that reveal the emotional wounds still influencing your vibration. These wounds are not weaknesses. They are entry points to deeper transformation. In the next topic, we will uncover the hidden emotional codes behind your triggers and show you exactly how to dissolve them, neutralize them, and release the emotional weight that has been lowering your vibration for years. Stay with me. What comes next is one of the most healing and liberating parts of this entire journey. Emotional codes. How to dissolve old wounds and upgrade your emotional state. Before you can consistently hold a higher frequency, you must understand the emotional codes that shape your vibration. Emotional codes are the unconscious patterns created during your childhood, past experiences, trauma imprints, energetic wounds, and unresolved emotional memories. They determine how you react, how you perceive, how you love, how you protect yourself, and how you manifest, often without you realizing it. These emotional codes sit below your conscious mind, like hidden software running your internal system. You might want abundance consciously, but if your emotional code is anchored in scarcity, your vibration will reject abundance. You might desire love consciously, but if your emotional code is shaped by abandonment, your vibration will attract emotionally unavailable partners. You might want clarity, confidence, or expansion, yet your emotional code might still be loyal to pain, to fear, or to an outdated identity. The first step in dissolving these emotional codes is awareness through pattern recognition. Emotional codes reveal themselves through repetitive life experiences. If you've repeated the same type of relationship, the same emotional wounds, the same financial struggles, the same moments of self-sabotage, these are not coincidences. They are codes. And once you identify the code, you can rewrite it. The second step is emotional acceptance. You cannot heal what you're still judging. Many people suppress their emotions, thinking that ignoring them will elevate their vibration. But suppressed emotions don't disappear. They become energetic blocks. You elevate your vibration not by avoiding your emotions, but by meeting them with compassion, witnessing them without resistance, and allowing them to complete their cycle. The third step is somatic release, releasing emotional memory from the body. Emotional trauma is stored not just in the mind, but in the nervous system, the breath, the muscles, and the energy field. That's why certain situations trigger intense reactions. Your body remembers what your mind has forgotten. Through breathwork, grounding, intentional movement, somatic awareness, and vibrational breathing, you release emotional memory and create space for a higher frequency. The fourth step is emotional transmutation. This is where you take a low-frequency emotion and alchemize it into a higher one. Fear, clarity. Shame, self-compassion. Scarcity, sufficiency. Anger, boundary. Sadness, release. Confusion, expansion. Transmutation is not about denying the emotion. but about redirecting its energy into a more aligned state. The final step is emotional upgrading, the conscious choice to embody a new emotional frequency that supports your next level. This is where you choose to feel worthy, confident, peaceful, abundant, intuitive, expansive, before your external reality changes. You create the vibration first, the manifestation follows. When you upgrade your emotional baseline, your subconscious reprograms itself, your mind becomes clearer, your intuition becomes stronger, and your energy becomes magnetic. Breaking emotional codes is one of the most powerful forms of spiritual awakening. It frees you from timelines that never belonged to you. It reconnects you with your true self. And most importantly, it raises your vibration in a way that feels natural, sustainable, and deeply aligned with your soul. In the next topic, we'll explore how to stabilize this upgraded emotional state so that your new frequency becomes your new normal. As you begin to recognize these emotional codes, a powerful shift takes place inside you. You no longer interpret your reactions as personal flaws, but as emotional programs that were installed long before you had the tools to understand them. Suddenly, your triggers make sense. Your emotional sensitivity makes sense. Your repeating cycles make sense. This level of awareness frees you from self-blame and opens the doorway to profound emotional healing. And when self-blame dissolves, your vibration rises instantly. Clarity replaces confusion. Compassion replaces judgment. And your inner world becomes a safer space for transformation to unfold. And this is why the promise of this video is so powerful. Because once you dissolve these emotional codes, you don't just feel lighter, you become lighter. You don't just think differently, you vibrate differently. Your frequency elevates so naturally that your external reality begins shifting without resistance. People respond to you differently. Opportunities align with more ease. Your intuition becomes louder and more accurate. You begin attracting experiences that match your healed emotional field, not your wounded one. This upgrade is not temporary. It becomes the foundation for your new timeline. And the deeper you go into this emotional work, the more you'll begin to notice something extraordinary. Your new emotional frequency becomes easier to maintain than your old one. You start craving peace over chaos, alignment over drama, clarity over confusion, and expansion over fear. This is the sign that your vibration is truly changing. In the next topic, we are going to explore how to stabilize this upgraded emotional state so deeply that it becomes your default vibration, the energetic baseline from which your manifestations effortlessly arise. Stay with me. The next part is where your new frequency becomes permanent. Stabilizing the new emotional state, creating a consistent vibration. Once you begin dissolving the emotional codes of your past, your vibration naturally rises. But the next step, and perhaps the most crucial one, is stabilizing this new emotional frequency so that it becomes your new baseline. Most people elevate their vibration temporarily, only to collapse back into old patterns when life becomes overwhelming. Stabilization is what prevents this collapse. It is what transforms a temporary shift into a permanent identity upgrade. Your emotional state is not just a reaction to your environment. It is a reflection of your internal calibration. When your nervous system is dysregulated, your vibration becomes unstable. When your mind is scattered, your energy becomes inconsistent. When your emotions are unprocessed, your frequency becomes chaotic. Stabilizing your new emotional state means training your mind, body, and energy field to hold a higher vibration even when external circumstances don't yet match your new reality. One of the most important aspects of stabilization is energetic repetition. Just as a muscle strengthens through repeated movement, your vibration strengthens through repeated alignment. Every day you choose gratitude, every moment you choose calmness over reactivity, every time you choose clarity over fear, you reinforce the new frequency. Consistency creates coherence. Coherence creates magnetism. Magnetism creates manifestation. Another key element is emotional neutrality. Many people believe they need to feel high vibration all the time to manifest, but this is not true. What matters is not constant positivity but emotional neutrality. The ability to return to your center quickly. Emotional neutrality is the skill of observing your feelings without spiraling into them. When you master neutrality, you prevent low vibrational emotions from taking control. This alone can transform your life faster than any manifestation technique. Stabilization also requires environmental alignment. Your surroundings affect your vibration more than you realize. The people you interact with, the energy of your home, the content you consume, the conversations you allow. If your environment reflects chaos, scarcity, or negativity, your vibration will struggle to stay elevated. But if you intentionally create an environment that mirrors your new identity, clean space, calming energy, uplifting content, supportive people, your emotional state naturally stabilizes into coherence. Finally, stabilization demands identity loyalty. When discomfort arises, your old identity will try to pull you back. It will whisper familiar excuses. This is too hard. Nothing ever changes. You're asking for too much. It's safer to stay where you are. This is resistance disguising itself as logic. Staying loyal to your new identity means choosing alignment even when it feels unfamiliar. It means holding your frequency even when your mind wants to regress. The more loyal you are to your future self, the faster your reality rearranges itself to match that new vibration. Stabilizing your emotional state is not just an internal process. It is the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. Once your vibration becomes consistent, manifestation becomes predictable. Your intuition becomes clearer. Your confidence becomes unshakable. And your energy becomes magnetic in a way that people can feel instantly. In the next topic, we will move into the integration phase, where your identity, emotions, and vibration merge into one coherent frequency. The frequency that attracts your highest reality without effort. Integration. Becoming the vibrational match to your new reality. Integration is the moment where everything begins to crystallize. It's the phase where the emotional healing, the vibrational upgrades, the identity shifts, and the subconscious rewiring all merge into one coherent energetic frequency. Transformation is not complete when you understand the process intellectually. It is complete when your energy field, your emotional state, and your identity begin moving in the same direction. Integration is the bridge between learning and becoming. Most people elevate their vibration temporarily but fail to integrate the new frequency. They meditate, they align, they visualize. But when life throws a challenge, they collapse into their old responses. This happens because they never completed the integration stage. Your old identity still feels familiar, and your new identity still feels fragile. Integration is what makes the new identity stronger than the old one. Emotionally, energetically, psychologically, and vibrationally. The first truth of integration is this: your external reality cannot upgrade until your internal reality stabilizes. Most people expect their circumstances to change first, hoping that evidence will validate their transformation. But this is backward. The new timeline appears only when you consistently embody the emotional frequency of that timeline. When your emotions match the version of reality you desire, the universe has no choice but to align with that signal. Integration requires closing emotional loops. These loops are unresolved patterns, old fears, old wounds, old beliefs, that still pull at your vibration. Every time you react from your past self, you reopen the loop. But when you pause, breathe, and return to your new emotional state, you weaken the loop. With each repetition, the old emotional timeline loses strength. Eventually, it collapses completely, and you no longer feel drawn to the person you used to be. This is also the phase where energetic coherence becomes crucial. Your mind, your heart, your nervous system, and your aura must begin operating in sync. When your thoughts say, "I am ready," but your body says, "I am scared," there is no coherence. When your emotions say, "I want expansion," but your energy says, "I don't feel safe," there is no coherence. Integration aligns these layers so that your entire being emits a single, powerful frequency. This coherence is what allows manifestation to happen with speed and clarity. Another essential part of integration is behavioral alignment. Your decisions must now reflect the vibration you are stepping into, not the vibration you are leaving behind. Your boundaries, your choices, your habits, your responses, even the way you speak to yourself must begin matching your new energetic identity. Action anchors vibration. Action confirms identity. When your behavior aligns with your frequency, you become unstoppable. Finally, integration requires inner stillness. Stillness is the space where your subconscious absorbs the new identity. It is the silence where your nervous system relaxes into the new frequency. It is the pause where your emotional field stabilizes. Integration is not always loud or dramatic. It is often quiet, gentle, and deeply grounding. It is in the stillness that your new vibration becomes your new truth. Once integration happens, you no longer try to manifest. You become the manifestation. You no longer chase alignment. You live aligned. You no longer question your vibration. You embody it. This is the moment where your new reality begins to unfold effortlessly. In the next topic, the final one, we will seal your transformation with a powerful integration ritual designed to anchor your new vibrational identity and accelerate the manifestation of your desires. When integration begins to take root, you start noticing subtle yet powerful shifts in your daily experience. Your reactions become calmer. Your decisions become clearer. Your intuition becomes louder. You begin to feel a deep sense of internal alignment, as if your mind, heart, and soul are finally speaking the same language. This internal harmony is not accidental. It is the direct result of choosing your new identity repeatedly, until it becomes more familiar than your old one. Integration is not instant. It is embodied. And the more you embody your new vibration, the more your life bends toward that frequency. And here is the truth that many people never experience. Once you reach this phase of integration, change becomes inevitable. You no longer need to force manifestation practices or chase spiritual techniques. Your vibration becomes your prayer. Your emotional stability becomes your magnet. Your identity becomes your command. At this level, the universe responds to you automatically, because your energy is finally coherent enough to hold the frequency of the life you desire. This is the promise of this video, that if you stay through all the steps and embody what you've learned, you will become a vibrational match to a reality that once felt unreachable. And perhaps the most fascinating part of this entire process is this. Once your new frequency is integrated, it becomes harder to go back than to move forward. Your old patterns lose their emotional power. Your old identity loses its grip. Your old fears feel outdated, disconnected from the person you are becoming. This is the point where transformation becomes irreversible. And in the next topic, we will seal this transformation through a final integration ritual, a vibrational ceremony designed to anchor your new identity at the subconscious, emotional, and energetic levels. Stay with me. This next part is where your new timeline fully locks into place. The final integration ritual, anchoring your new reality. Now that your emotional field is more stable, your identity is shifting, and your vibration is rising, It's time to seal everything you've learned. This final ritual is not symbolic, it is energetic. It speaks directly to your subconscious, your nervous system, and your auric field. It is designed to anchor your new frequency so deeply that your old emotional patterns no longer have access to you. This is the moment where the transformation begins to crystallize into your physical reality. This ritual has 7 layers, each one corresponding to an energetic doorway you must walk through to fully embody your new vibration. As you move through these steps, your mind will quiet, your heart will open, and your energy will rise into a coherent, elevated state. The deeper your presence, the stronger the imprint. This ritual is meant to be felt, not just heard. So take a deep breath, relax your body, and allow your energy to receive. White medium star step 1. The breath of release, clearing the old field. Begin by inhaling slowly through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Imagine that every exhale carries away a fragment of your past identity. Fear, shame, scarcity, anxiety, self-doubt, old timelines, old wounds. Let your breath be the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. With every breath, feel your vibration clearing. Feel your inner space opening. White medium star step 2. The emotional upgrade, choosing your new frequency. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your stomach. Feel your emotional center. Now choose the emotion that represents your new reality. Peace, strength, clarity, purpose, abundance, self-worth, confidence. Let that emotion grow inside you like light filling every cell. Let it become your new emotional truth. This is your new frequency. White medium star step 3. The identity merge, stepping into your future self. Imagine the version of you who already lives the life you desire. The version who trusts. The version who receives. The version who vibrates at a higher frequency. Now step into their body. Feel their posture. Feel their breathing. Feel their calm. Let your subconscious accept this identity as me. White medium star step 4. The energetic expansion, activating your field. Visualize a sphere of radiant light growing around you, expanding with every inhale. This light is your energy field. A field of protection. A field of attraction. A field of coherence. Feel it widen beyond your body, beyond your room, expanding into the space around you. This is the aura that will begin attracting your new reality. White medium star step 5. The declaration, commanding the subconscious. Speak these words softly, or in your mind with conviction. This is who I am now. This is my vibration. This is my new reality. Declarations are vibrational commands. They reorganize your subconscious so your identity aligns with your frequency. White medium star step 6. The gratitude seal, locking the frequency. Feel gratitude for the transformation already happening inside you. Not gratitude for the future, gratitude for the now. Gratitude elevates your emotional state instantly. Gratitude locks the frequency into your nervous system. Gratitude tells the universe, I am already aligned. White medium star step 7. The silence of integration, letting the shift settle. Finally, enter a moment of silence. Complete stillness. No movement. Just presence. This is where your subconscious absorbs the new identity. This is where your vibration stabilizes. This is where your new reality begins forming around you. Stay here for a moment. Feel the shift. Feel the alignment. Feel your new frequency taking root. Your transformation is now complete. You are a vibrational match to what you desire. Your new timeline is already unfolding. As we reach the end of this transformative journey, take a moment to recognize how deeply you've shifted. Today, you explored the invisible forces that shape your reality. From the vibrational patterns that hold you back to the emotional codes that define your identity. You learned how your energy communicates with the universe, how frequency creates your experiences, and how to consciously elevate your vibration into alignment with the life your soul is calling you toward. Throughout this video, you discovered the 5 vibrational patterns that keep you stuck, the 7-step method to reprogram your energetic field, the emotional healing required to dissolve old wounds, and the process of stabilizing your new emotional state. And finally, you walk through a powerful integration ritual designed to anchor your new vibration so deeply that your old identity can no longer pull you back. This was not just information, it was an activation. Now, I want to invite you into the final step of your transformation. What part of your old vibration are you choosing to release today, and what new frequency are you committing to embody from this moment forward? Share your answer in the comments. Your words are a declaration to the universe, an energetic signature that solidifies your new timeline. Your comment is not just interaction, it is intention. If this video shifted your energy, awakened your intuition, or helped you see yourself more clearly, take a moment to subscribe, click like, and activate the notifications so you never miss another message designed to support your spiritual growth and vibrational expansion. Every new video is created to help you align with your highest reality, manifest faster, and reconnect with your inner power. And if you feel called to continue this transformation right now, I invite you to watch the previous video on the channel, which is deeply connected to what you learned today and will take your vibrational awakening even further. Your journey doesn't end here. It is only beginning. The more you align your energy, the more your reality will rise to meet you. Sparkles.